I lost 9 pounds this week, and this is what I did. Welcome to week 16 of my weight loss journey. I'm almost down 50 pounds total. I'm actually a little under 2 pounds of complete weight loss from 50 away. So that's going to be a big goal this coming week. I do want to talk about this week and the struggles and the good moments that happened. At the beginning of this month, I posted a video saying that I wanted to do 10,000 steps a day as my non-negotiable goal. And I have been working very diligently to hit that. I do have to say I have missed a few days, and it is just something that my body is not super used to. My last year totals for the month was 2,700 steps. And so to go from practically sedentary, going to work, coming back, even going to the gym since July, my yearly totals are still 2,700. That's my average steps a day. And so to crank it all the way up to 10,000, my feet and my shins have just been super painful. And that is something that I'm going to have to address. 10,000 steps is still my goal, but I am giving myself a little bit of a reprieve on the mental side of holding myself super accountable to that. Don't worry, for the days that I do miss 10,000 steps, we will be waxing a patch of hair off of my leg. That video is coming soon. I was actually going to wait till the end of the month and then just kind of do it all at once. I might end up waxing both of my legs fully, but that is not the goal. That is not the plan. The plan is to hit 10,000 steps every day. So there is that. Now, earlier this week, I posted a short that said that I was switching meds for my mental health. I was on a med for depression and a different med for anxiety. And some things in my life, especially with, Elise's treatments and things like that, I was feeling a little down. And so I went to my doctor and I was like, hey, first, I got to address this foot pain because it's killing my progress. Second, my mental health is just not where I need it to be. What do we need to do? Do we need to adjust things? And so that's why we ended up switching meds, and that appointment was Monday. And so I had to almost practically cold turkey myself off of the meds I was taking. One of them, I took half a pill, and I was already on a pretty low dose, but I took half a pill to kind of wean myself off of it. But I didn't realize that, maybe it wasn't working as good as it had when it first started. It was still working pretty well, because come Thursday, I was in just a whirlpool of emotions and self-hatred and just really, really down deep, to the point where I went to the gym, but I just felt like absolute crap being there. It wasn't a pleasant experience. It wasn't something that usually when I go to the gym, even if I don't want to be there, I'll work into it. After about like a half hour, almost 40 minutes of still trying to get myself into the swing of my workout, I couldn't do it. So I called it. I did still go, but I just didn't get done what I wanted to. That being said, I've started my new meds. Today I feel good. I did take Saturday and today off completely from pretty much all things social media, weight loss. I did keep my calories in check. I didn't go completely bonkers, but I didn't really worry about the gym. I didn't worry about my step count. I just existed and rested for the past 2 days, and I think I needed it. I think my body needed it. I was in a substantial amount of pain to just where even walking around normally was causing me physical discomfort. And I'm not saying this as an excuse for why I didn't hit my steps. It's just all part of this process, part of this journey, right? I am one of those people that all into things. So with weight loss, for example, I am one of those people that it's all or nothing. It's zero carbs. It's all of these things that I have yo-yoed myself to where I am. And so when I set that goal of 10,000 steps or nothing, I was all in. So I was hitting it every day, and it wasn't a gradual buildup. Even with going to the gym and training for a 5K, my steps were about 6,000 to 7,000 steps. And so to jump it up even more, I feel like my body wasn't prepared. I ramped it all the way up to a 10 rather than slowly increasing so that I didn't end up hurting myself. Thankfully, there's nothing broken, nothing like that. So it is just, being big, and my body's not used to the wear and tear that is being put on it. One of the things that I did struggle with a lot this week because of my mental health and just beating myself up, the food noise was so incredibly loud this week, and it is something that I am working on with my therapist to address. Today it wasn't bad, yesterday it wasn't bad, but when I was really deep in my emotions and my self-loathing and regret and all those things, all those little things that my brain's telling me that I'm gonna fail, that I'm not gonna do this, all those voices kind of pop up, even though the proof is that I've almost lost 50 pounds in 4 months. The proof is that I'm doing well, but the proof doesn't matter to those little voices that, those constant fears that are in my head, and I'm sure in a lot of our heads, that we're just not good enough. And, that's something that I do think about. And when I realized I was slipping back into letting the food noise kind of control me, it was getting really loud. It's getting super overwhelming, where I just wanted to eat, some Panda Express. I wanted some fast food. I just wanted to say, forget this. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of hurting. I'm tired of all this stuff. I just want to quit. And it wasn't the exercise that was getting to me. It was my mental. I am a firm believer that losing weight and doing all of this is so much less about the gym and so much more about your mental state and where you are at and how that is affecting you. I know that this week has been a real challenge for me, and it's just been a mental battle. And yeah, I hurt, but my pain wasn't anything that I haven't dealt with before. Honestly, it probably wasn't even that bad, but in the moments where I'm battling with it mentally, it was excruciating, right? And so it's important that we focus on our mental health. And I think that if there's anything that you can take away from me, from my channel, from my journey, is that you have to be prepared to not only put in the work physically, but to put in the work mentally to get yourself right so that you can actually achieve your weight loss goals. Because they say 80% in the kitchen, 20% in the gym. While I fully understand that you can lose weight by just changing your eating habits, I think that if you don't change your mindset and your mentality around food, that you will gain your weight back. If you're not making those changes that you need to mentally to fix your relationship with food, you're not going to go anywhere. And so as far as working out, what I have been doing and what I'm going to continue to do is 3 to 4 full body workout and cardio on the other days. Tomorrow will be a full body workout. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So this is going to be a four workout day. So basically every other day I'm doing a full body where I'm getting a press, chest press, a pull down, some shoulder, and then I'm doing some leg movements, compound movements to just hit my full body every other day, and just working on getting my step count up and drinking my water and all those other things that we can all fine tune just a little bit, getting my sleep. I think that, so I'll tell you, when I weighed in this morning and I saw that I was down 9.2 pounds, I was shook, because for 2 weeks, my body weight went up or didn't move pretty much at all. And so I was expecting it to gradually get myself back down. And I didn't do anything crazy this week other than I rested. I gave my body the rest that it needed, and I hydrated, and I'm down 9.2 pounds. I don't know what else to say. Taking care of yourself mentally and hydrating. Well, I still got my steps in up through Thursday. Friday was a little bit lower on the step count. I didn't hit it that day, and Saturday and Sunday, I have not even tracked it. I don't even care. I don't know how far I did. I needed these 2 days to just completely reset. But I think the consistency is what is allowing me to lose the weight. Something that has been told to me over and over, especially when I've been talking to people about where I'm at mentally and why I felt like I was going to give up and all these other things. My friends were talking to me, my wife was talking to me, and a lot of them pointed out that this is not a one day make it or break it situation. You can fall off the wagon and get right back on it the next day. And overall, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to a large portion of the time, you're gonna end up usually hitting your goal. One of the things I'm really working on is a 12-week year by Brian E. Morgan and Michael Lennington. And they said that people who hit 85% of their goals usually end up, or 85% of their tactics end up hitting their goals in their 12 weeks. I don't have to be perfect. It's never been about perfect. It's about progress, not perfection. And I've said that multiple times on this channel. And I think that this weigh-in this week specifically really hammered home that I don't have to be perfect. It's not an all or nothing. It is a one day at a time, one step at a time, one small victory at a time when I got up and I do something when I didn't want to. And so if you're like me and you are on your own weight loss journey and you are trying to, get better, just know that one, I'm here with you. And two, it's not about perfection. It's not about the best gym outfit. It's not about the best shoes. It's not about the best split in the gym. It's not about the best protein shakes or anything like that. It's not about any of that. It's about doing 1% better each day. It's just progress, right? A journey of 1,000 steps begins with one. The journey of losing 300 pounds begins with 1 pound. And I'm 1.7 pounds away from losing 50 in 17 weeks. And that's crazy to me. And I'm super motivated to hit that this week. So I will be posting more shorts this week, and we'll be back in the lab getting things done. And I will see you guys next week.